Well, so let's get started right off the bat. So what is Author Central? So Author Central is a free page. It's kind of like a little mini website for you, for any author who is on Amazon, have your books on Amazon, and that you have ISBNs. So if you have, whether it be a free ISBN or a paid ISBN, as long as you have an ISBN attached to your book, you are able to have an Author Central page on Amazon. Okay, and this is for any author, whether you are self-published, traditional published, or hybrid published. Now, you may not be able to do as much with your Author Central profile page if you are traditionally published. Your publisher may have certain things that you can or cannot do, but you still have access to that. Okay, you're still able to edit and work on your Author Central page within Amazon. So the other thing that Author Central is great for is it links you to your books. So, for instance, I have in Author Central, and I'm going to get in there and show you some of these things, but I have some books that I am just a contributor to. So I am able to go in, look for that book, and link it to my name so it's attached to me. So if someone looks for Darlene Shortridge books, everything that I've written will come up. So it attaches those books to my name. It kind of marries us, so to speak. Okay. And then it informs my readers of what I have going on. So if someone's following me on Amazon and they're following my work, then they're able to see when I put out a new book very easily by just searching for my name within Amazon again. As long as I have that connected, that book link to my name, they're going to be able to easily find anything new that I put out. Not only that, but there's things within Author Central that authors are able to, or readers are able to read up on us and find out what's going on or look at our calendars and things like that. And I'm going to show you that here in a little bit. So that is really what Author Central does. I know some people utilize it a little bit better than others. Me, I'm kind of like in the middle, as you'll see when we get over there. Okay, so why do you need an Author Central page? Well, it does help. It helps you promote better with Amazon. If you are, say you're doing a special on one book and somebody falls in love with that book and they can click on your name and again all your other books are linked, it really does make it easier for readers to find you and your work, and to be able to promote your work. Okay, then now, and this is a great thing because a lot of our readers don't want to take time with going to our websites or going to our blog posts or searching out other places that we're at. So our readers will be able to have access to, especially if we really fill out the information in that Author Central section, where it's a one-stop shop for readers. So if they want to know what's going on in our life, if they want to know any book signings coming up, if they want to know new books that might be coming out soon, if they want to know what we're writing about on our blog, they can find it. If you utilize the space, they can find it all within Author Central. Okay. And again, kind of in the same vein, you get to put on Author Central what you want your readers to know about you. If there's we all have like the semi-private stuff that we put out there. It just makes our readers connect to us and relate to us better. And then we have things that maybe we don't want our readers to know. And so you get to pick and choose what it is you want to include on your Author Central page. It is totally up to you. Again, if you are published with a traditional publisher, you may not be able to change the synopsis of your book description. That may not happen. There's some things that you may not be able to do, but you can still hook them up to your blog. You can still hook your readers up to new books and show them what's coming out. You can still have your calendar updated. So there's still a lot you can do even if you're traditionally published. So It does give you a lot of control, no matter how you publish your book. And and I talked about this a little bit. So if when I'm putting out a new book, I like to let readers know where I'm at in the process. So I have different ways of doing that, but Author Central is one way that you can put, hey, here's what's going on in my life. You can update your bio, you can update any section in there, and give your readers a glimpse of what's going on. You might even include a little piece of the new book, a paragraph or a line or two, and say, hey, what do you guys think of this? Or it's a great way just to let your readers know. Your book signings and events, I don't utilize the calendar on Author Central like I should, but you can do that. You can keep everything in there, exactly what you're doing and what's going on in your life, what your author life, and what's going on. This is a big one. If you actually have your Amazon Central page filled out, it does improve and gives you better search results within Amazon. So if someone is going in and typing in, contemporary Christian novels or novels dealing with this subject or that subject, and your chances of coming up higher in the search engine results within Amazon is better if you actually have your Author Central filled out. Okay, because it just gives more for Amazon to pull from, to draw from. So, okay, I'm not an SEO specialist, but I do know that this is proven, that the search results are better if you have that filled out. This one is a big one. So we've all gone into KDP and gone, let's see, what are my sales looking like? How did I do last month versus this month? And sometimes navigating KDP can be just a pain in the bottom. And so within Author Central, you are actually able to see exactly what your sales have been, all the little spikes, and hopefully you have some of those spikes. I don't promote my books near as much as I should. We've been super, super busy for the past few years, um, as we all know. But you'll still be able to see, and I'm going to show you how to view those rankings and sales and things like that within my Author Central. So when we get on there, but this is a good way just to see, hey, I'm doing better this month than I did last month, or last year was much better than this year. What did I do? What am I doing different? So it gives you data to basically dig into to see how you can do things better. And Dan, feel free, like I said, to jump in any time if I'm not covering something that you're thinking of. So this is where you're going to claim your books. And when you go into Author Central, you're actually able to look for books that you've written, and then you can connect it to your name. And so I have fun doing that when I put out a new book. It's something I do right away, because I like everything in my Author Central to be connected. So I definitely take advantage of that. I may not use their calendar very much, but I use this for sure. And there's an area, and I've never done this, but there's an area that you can actually hold discussions with your readers within Author Central. And I find that kind of intriguing. So, you know how when you're going and you're reading your reviews and you're like, well, that's not true. They said something about your book, and I'm like, I didn't write that. It's highly, highly discouraged that you do not respond on the reviews in Amazon. But imagine if you could take that discussion and carry it over to Author Central, and you can address that within Author Central, that subject, and throw it out there. And who knows, you might have people come in and actually respond to you. But you can do that in a safe place that's Author Central. Can't do it on Amazon in general. You can't respond right there, but you can do it on your Author Central page. Okay, it's a great way to address issues that come up within the reviews and things like that that your readers may be having for you. Oh, yeah. Okay, so many of you have asked me like, well, how do I get a hold of Amazon? Or, I can't figure out how to reach Amazon. And it's like, I've tried to reach out, but I can't get it. If you go through your Author Central page to address issues, you will get help a whole lot faster. Okay, there's actually a place right on your Author Central that you can reach out to Amazon and get help, whether it be to add extra categories, whether it be to address an issue with, whatever it might be. But you can do that directly from your Author Central page. It's a much, much faster response time and much easier to reach someone to get help. And then for if you and all of our authors here do own your copyright and you own the marketing and promotion rights to your book, then you are able to use the search inside feature. Now, this may not be accessible to anyone who is traditionally published. It may not be accessible to anyone who is hybrid published, who uses a self-publishing company that they publish the book under their name, okay? But if you own the right and you have self-published it, and so you own the marketing promotion rights to the book, then you're able to use the search inside feature within Amazon, within Author Central. So excellent tool. Okay, so now I'm going to do some screen sharing. Or Dan, do you want to add anything to that?
The only thing that I thought of, and that was, that's a very comprehensive list and why it could be used. I thought of one other use that we haven't broached on is if you don't have a website yet set up and you want to, and we've covered this kind of under like websites and talking about domain names, is that you could just purchase your domain name, which we always encourage authors to do immediately. You get your domain name, and if you don't have the website set up yet, you could simply have your domain name go to your Author Central profile. So it becomes kind of like a quasi website of sorts. You can have it go to your Facebook page, you can have it wherever, but this is one place where you could have a lot of information about you as an author and your books, and a link to a video, multiple pictures. You can have a bunch of stuff there available, and all you have to do is pay for your domain name, which, like, if you're a new customer with GoDaddy, a lot of times they let you have the first year with your domain name for $1. They run that promo. It may not be that all the time, but the normal price is only $19 for the year to have your domain name set up. And then the other thing, and I don't know if this comes into play at all too, is that you are able to customize your Author Central name, so that, like, I typed in Amazon.com/author/Darlene Shortridge, and that takes me to the Author Central profile for Darlene Shortridge. So you are able to brand your Author Central name within Author Central. So that's another neat little aspect of it. So that was it. That was my 2 cents on that.
Okay. All right. So I want to show you. This is because I used to. How do you access it? And it is a great question. It's one that I had for years.
And what would make sense would be
right. What would make sense is, and let me get on screen share here. I'm just going to share my whole screen. Let's see. I've got this just this. Okay, that's good. All right. All right. Are you able to see my Google?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right. So I'm just going to put in Amazon. I'm going to take us to Amazon. And what I used to do was, and believe me, I found a way to do this. Okay. I don't know how, but I found a way to do it. And I would put in Author Central in the search bar, and it would come up with these books, and I'd be like, no, and I would get so irritated, and I would try all kinds of different things. I would go up here and try to click on that, and I it was crazy because it didn't work, right? Obviously, it's not taking me to Author Central. The obvious thing, you would think that you could find Author Central within Amazon, and you can. I have done it. I don't remember how I did it, but I have done it. I've done it many times, but it would irritate me to no end because I didn't know how I do it. And the next time I would try and I wouldn't remember how I did it the last time, and I have to go through the whole process again. So, but I want to show you what an author sees when they go to Author Central. Here, I'm just scrolling down, and here is a book. I don't know, Agatha Christie. Here, let's look at Nicholas Sparks. I'm going to click on his name. That's going to take me to Nicholas Sparks' page. Here's his pictures. Here's his updates, okay? Here's his books, his latest books that have come out, and you can purchase them right from all in one spot, okay? You can, let's see here. Here's his about, so I can read over here. I can look and I can read all about, look at how long this is. So you are not limited in how much you can add to your thing. Now see here, here's a little thing right here. It says learn more about Author Central. So what happens if we click on that? Oh, okay. That took me to Author Central, but that's not what I want to show you. I don't want to show you that. What I want to show you is how I get to Author Central today. And it's super easy. All you have to do is type in authorcentral.com and voila. Okay. So here is my Author Central page. This is my Lily York page. Now you can have more than one name. See, I can add names to my account. So if I go over to Darlene Shortridge, then it's going to bring up my Darlene Shortridge books. Okay, got my profile pic here. Welcome to Author Central. Here's your author page. This you can see, looks for different readers in different countries. We can do surveys. We can view all my books, my sales ranks, my customer reviews. I am able to. I mean, this is all incredible stuff. Okay, so if I go to my profile, I'm able to add my blog in here. I'm able, see, I can copy this link and treat it like Dan was talking about, like a website. So I could share this and send people. I'm able to upload videos. Let's see here. I can, let's see. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to go more into what you can do here, but it takes, once you get this done, it takes 3 to 5 days, okay, for Amazon to populate your page, your Author Central page. So once it's populated, then you're able to connect your books and do all of that kind of stuff, okay? So here I can edit, and if we go to Amazon itself, and we look at Darlene Shortridge, okay, so here we're going to look at my books. What was I thinking? Oh, I know what I was thinking. So we're going to go to Until Forever, and you're going to see that my bio, if my page about the author, it's right here, okay? So this, I am able to take and edit from right here, and it'll change it on all my book, my bio on all my book pages. Okay, so we've got that. Let's see here. Okay, the things that you should include. You should include a profile picture. Give them a face to look at. Give them something they can see. All right. All of your books, let's see, if we go to my books right here, I can look at them all. Here, and here I can add a book. If one's not showing up, let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so I've got, looks like 13 books it's supposed to be anyway, on here. And so I can add a book, and it lists them all. I can sort it. Okay. I can look by country. I can look by most popular, the one with the most reviews, the average customer, the publication date, title. Okay. Or I can look here and just say, you know, here it says, are we missing a book? Okay. Now, oh dear. I gave them a big heavy treat to keep them busy. Okay, so here's my Lily York page. And what I'm going to show you here is I'm going to go into, Bear, that's enough. I'm going to go into the reports and marketing. And on here, you're actually, if I did ads, please don't. Dan, take over for a second. All right.
Okay, so while their dogs are going nuts there, just to recap on there, so authorscentral.com, you know, or, and you'll notice that when she put in authorscentral.com, that it took her to author.amazon.com. So there's a case of how something gets redirected. So if you set up your own domain name, so we have, if we wanted to do it for darlingshortridge.com, and then we just forward it to the amazon.com/author/darlingshortridge. That would be a case of us using her Author Central setup as her domain, you know, her website. So authorscentral.com gets you there. And then real quick, just running through the list of different things to have on there. What you should include: your bio and your pic, your picture. You have all your books. You make sure you claim them all. You can have a synopsis of each book. You can have an events page, blog links. So if you have a blog that's hosted on another site, you can actually have that link and then it will populate and show up on your book listings. You can have your other social media links, a website link, you know, right to your website that you have set up. You can have videos on there. And then photos, editorial reviews, and I think we saw those show up in the list.